Let me paint you a picture. In the early days of Harley, it was just 4 men and a dream. They were officially founded in 1903 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. By 1904, their second bike was made. It was the first ever Harley-Davidson bike to compete in a race. They didn't win, but the team was already off and running, making motorcycle history.
In the very early days, in the teens, they were called F-heads and a couple other kinds. They were basically flathead motors. And the first V-twin they came out with was like in 1928. It was a flathead. They produced that 45 cubic inch flathead from like 1928 to about 1974.
For most Harley riders, they've been influenced by their appeal and were hooked for life.
Probably seeing some of the old timers ride choppers around in the early 70s when I was a kid in Illinois. And then my older brother coming home with a mini bike, riding it around the house, and I knew I wanted to ride motorcycles after that.
Riding motorcycles is fun, but it can come at a cost. Approximately 6,000 people die every year from motorcycle accidents. It's all about perspective, and Rick has been through the thick of it.
I was just minding my own business, riding out in the country, and just happened to take my helmet off, which I always wore my helmet, and I took it off, I don't know why. And I went to pull over and somebody rear-ended me doing like 65 when I was sitting still. So it launched me quite a ways, and as I was bouncing down the road, I recalled not having a helmet on for about the only time ever. And I remember saying, "Oh God, don't let me hit my head." And there suddenly was a presence actually when that happened, and every time I would do a flip and my head would go to hit the ground, and never did hit the ground, there was a pair of hands caught my head and didn't let me get hurt. I realized that the Lord was opening my eyes and letting me see that He was in my life even though I didn't understand it at the time.
Harley-Davidson isn't just a brand. It's a culture. It's a way of life. It's a feeling of the wind against your body as you propel through the air.
Ask yourself, what inspires you? What gives the love for your passion in the first place?